So I'm going to University of South Carolina Honors College to major in international business and Spanish.
And what's got you drawn towards those areas?
So I've always liked the idea of being able to speak two languages, and I feel like pairing that with international business would give me like a good advantage and like in a like a good place to be able to use that skill.
But do you see yourself, working like overseas at some point?
Probably not, but maybe for a company that like has to deal a lot with other nations.
And so 10 years from now, where do you see yourself?
Hopefully working for like a large company like that, maybe in a city, something like that, like with a lot of connections and opportunity.
Like a big city?
Yeah, like a bigger city.
Yeah. Let me ask you about teachers that have influenced you over the years. I mean, as far as education goes, I mean, who are they?
I'd say Mr. Parker, which is my AP Lang teacher, Mr. Kibler, which was my AP World History teacher, Miss Kudeman, which was my pre-calc teacher, and who helped me with my calculus class, and Miss Humowitz, who was my U.S. history teacher.
Yeah. As far as other people who have influenced you over your lifetime?
I'd say my number one influence is my stepdad, Scott Ellison. He's a very driven individual, and he motivates me just with how focused and dedicated he is to everything he does.
What are you going to miss most about Waccamaw when you're not here?
I guess just the sense of community, between the teachers that support me and my friends that support me. I have a lot of people on my side, and I'm definitely going to miss
Very
them.
good. Now, you played tennis while you were here.
Yeah, I started this year just to give me something to do. But I wasn't great, but it was fun. I met a nice group of guys. We just lost in the third round of the playoffs.
But you got to the playoffs.
We did.
Yeah, well, congratulations on that. You think you may play some in college?
Maybe some intramural or club. I don't think I'll stack up with the other players.
Oh, okay.
But I might play a little.
And you tell me you play piano?
Yeah, I've been playing piano off and on since about 7th grade, but I've never taken it super seriously. So I've never progressed that much, but I definitely in college want to pursue that a bit more.
And you're a trivia buff.
Yeah, so me and my friends every week, we meet up and we get food and eat and play trivia at a local restaurant. Just give us something to do and a place to meet.
What you gonna do this summer as far as in between now and college?
I'm hoping to relax a lot. Definitely work some to try and make some money before college. Mostly just try and enjoy my last year.
Let me ask you about next year. Where are you going to be?
I'm going to be going to the University of Florida to major in finance.
And why, first of all, the University of Florida?
I just went down there and toured it. It was one of my last tours, and I just absolutely fell in love with it. Everything about it, the energy, the people I met, the campus, it just felt like the place I needed to go. And
why finance? What's got you drawn to that area?
I really like numbers, and I like working with numbers, and my brother's an economics major, so he would come home and do summer classes and be taking business courses, and I just liked the work that he was doing, so I was like, why not? I definitely want to try to work in that field, and I might want to go to law school. And business just kind of gives me a little bit more leeway than going into poli-sci, where then I would need to go to law school, versus if I'm a finance major, I could use my major for a job or different kind of grad school.
And you've got a lot of lawyers in the family, so tell us about that again.
So my both of my grandfather and then some of his siblings, my great uncle Waldo, they were judges. My grandfather was a circuit court judge, and my dad's a lawyer, my aunt's a lawyer, and my brother is considering going to law school. It's just we were kind of raised in that mindset, never forced on us at all, but whenever you're raised in an environment where you're always talking about these topics, you kind of grow to like it, and you grow to want to pursue something more.
What does that make you feel like when you go in the courthouse and see your family on the wall?
It's definitely daunting in a different way because people know your last name and know who you are. This past summer I actually worked at a law firm and I worked the full job 9 to 5, had a lunch break, and I didn't work for my dad's firm. I worked for a firm that he knew, it was the Bell Legal Group. And it was nice though in a way to have an experience at a law firm that wasn't with everyone I knew. It was definitely an eye-opening experience. But yeah, sometimes it gets a little daunting because everyone does know your last name.
Yeah. Well, very good. Tell me about teachers that have influenced you over your school career.
Senor Gonzalez, Miss Stevenson, Miss Kuhneman, Coach Schoen, Mr. Kibler, and Mr. Parker.
And why them? What is it about them that influenced you?
They find a way to connect with you on more than just the academic level. Like Coach Schoen comes to all of the girls' soccer games and he supports us, and Miss Stevenson was just like a teacher that I felt I could talk to. I had Senor Gonzalez for 3 years, so I grew to be very close with her over my time here. So I felt like all of those teachers just brought something like to connect to the students, which for me, I felt like had an impact on me.
Mm-hmm. And while you're enjoying Florida, what are you going to miss most about Waccamaw?
Definitely my soccer team. It's definitely what I'm going to miss the most.
Now, are you going to play soccer in college?
I think I'm going to try out for club. I've been playing soccer since I was 3, so I don't really know how I'm going to give it up. It's definitely scarier than I thought it was going to be. So I've definitely thought more and more about playing club.
Now, as far as other people who have influenced you, besides teachers, anybody?
Definitely my parents, but I would have to say the biggest influence is probably my brother. Like I said, he went out to Oklahoma, he went far, and he created a life for himself, and he knew nobody in his time zone. So for me, it showed me something that I guess I hadn't ever seen before. And like, he always supports me, and we're close in age, but I've never once felt like competitive with my brother, and all he does is support me and build me up, and that's something that I can't even put into words. But then I guess another thing, this summer I was selected to play in the North-South game for the state of South Carolina for girls soccer.
When is that going to take place?
It's June, I think 17th, near Anderson, South Carolina.
Well, that's a big honor.
I'm excited. I play center back,
Center
I'm a
back.
sweeper.
Okay.
I've played that position honestly most of my life. I've played a couple other positions like center mid, but center back is where I've been the last couple of years.